Hey there, history buffs. Ready to dive into a world where Napoleon came out on top at Waterloo? Trust me, this one's going to blow your mind. So, before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stick around till the end. You won't want to miss the wild ride through alternate history we've got planned for today. The mud churned underfoot, a grim canvas painted with the hues of battle. Napoleon, the master tactician, had outmaneuvered Wellington and Blucher. His artillery roared, his cavalry thundered, and the Allied lines buckled, then broke. Victory was his. The dream of a united Europe under his rule was within reach. News of the stunning victory at Waterloo sent shockwaves across Europe. The old order, so recently restored, was shattered once more. The British, humiliated and reeling, retreated across the Channel. The streets of Paris erupted in joyous celebration. Napoleon returned to a hero's welcome, his image burnished anew as the savior of France. Napoleon understood that true power lay not merely in military conquest, but in efficient administration. He knew that to maintain his vast empire, he needed a strong and organized system. He implemented a streamlined legal code across his vast empire, standardizing laws and promoting unity. This legal framework ensured that justice was uniform and predictable. This Napoleonic code became the bedrock of his new European order, influencing legal systems far beyond his reign. Recognizing the importance of economic stability, Napoleon established the Banque de France, which centralized financial control and provided a stable currency. He invested heavily in infrastructure, building roads, canals, and bridges. These projects not only facilitated trade, but also improved communication across the empire. These initiatives boosted the economy and served as tangible symbols of his reign, showcasing the progress and modernization under his rule. Education and the arts flourished under Napoleon's patronage. He believed that a well-educated populace was essential for a strong nation. He established new universities and academies, promoting scientific inquiry and artistic expression. These institutions became centers of learning and innovation. Theaters, museums, and libraries sprang up across Europe, becoming centers of intellectual and cultural exchange. They played a crucial role in the cultural renaissance of the era. Napoleon's reforms, while beneficial, also served to consolidate his control. His administrative genius ensured that his legacy would endure long after his reign. With Europe under his control, Napoleon's ambitions knew no bounds. Napoleon turned his attention to expanding French influence overseas, aiming to create a global empire. He bolstered the French Navy, commissioning new ships and strengthening existing fleets to ensure dominance on the seas. He dreamed of challenging British naval dominance and carving out a vast colonial empire that would rival any in history. Napoleon's ambitions extended beyond mere economic gain. He sought to reshape the world in France's image. He envisioned a global network of French influence, spreading French language, culture, and ideals to every corner of the globe. His agents and explorers fanned out across the globe, establishing trading posts and forging alliances with local leaders. Napoleon's colonial ambitions inevitably brought him into conflict with existing powers, leading to numerous battles. Skirmishes erupted in the Caribbean, India, and Africa as French forces clashed with their rivals in fierce combat, and Africa as French forces clashed with their rivals, fighting for control and dominance. Despite the challenges, Napoleon's colonial ventures yielded some significant successes, establishing a lasting French presence. French influence expanded in Africa and Asia, bringing wealth and resources back to the metropole, enriching the French nation. While Napoleon's rule brought stability and prosperity to much of Europe, it was not without its darker side. It also sowed the seeds of discontent among the conquered nations. Nationalist sentiments, suppressed but not extinguished, began to simmer beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to erupt. The conquered peoples yearned for self-determination and resented French domination, feeling the weight of foreign rule. Secret societies and resistance movements emerged. Plotting against the French occupiers? They circulated pamphlets, organized protests, and held clandestine meetings. Acts of sabotage became more frequent, targeting French infrastructure and military supplies. Napoleon's vast intelligence network worked tirelessly to identify and suppress these rebellious factions, employing a web of spies and informants. His spies infiltrated resistance cells, gathering crucial information. His police forces cracked down on dissenters, conducting raids and making arrests. Despite Napoleon's efforts, the flames of rebellion proved difficult to extinguish as resistance grew stronger. The cracks in Napoleon's seemingly invincible empire began to appear, foreshadowing the significant challenges that lay ahead. And there you have it, a world where Napoleon won at Waterloo and reshaped Europe and the globe under his iron rule. But even the greatest empires eventually fade, don't they? So, what do you think? Would you have preferred to live under the rule of Emperor Napoleon? Or are you glad things played out the way they did? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey through an alternate history, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more intriguing what-ifs.